Assalamu alaikum viewers, welcome to our interview series with our Shariah scholar Mufti Ibrahim Essa sahab. Today we're going to be talking about the subject of the advance payment paid to the landlord while renting a house or an apartment and how this has to be utilized specific. So Mufti Ibrahim sahab, Assalamu alaikum, welcome to the show. How are you doing
Walaikum
today?
salam. Thank you so much.
Pleasure
Yes,
to have
thank
you.
you.
Pleasure
Thank you
to
so
have
much.
you, Mufti Saab. So, Mufti Saab, today I'm going to ask you a question that is very, very prevalent in especially in major cities of India, where metros and urban areas where people rent houses. They don't have their own houses. They rent either a house, independent house, or very common apartments in big cities like Mumbai, Bangalore, Kolkata, Chennai, Delhi, etc. Renting is a very big part of somebody's life and they expense. But when it comes to rentals, sometimes we also own the apartments and we give it for rent as a form of income. The question is, the practice is that we take about a few months, whether 4 5 months to up to 10 months advance from the renter to serve as a security in case the renter doesn't pay the rent and he vacates the apartment. So we have some advance amount as a security. So the two questions here: one, what is the ruling about this in the Sharia? What is this advanced amount considered? Is it how does the Sharia treat this amount, and can the landlord use this amount? So the first question is, what is the how is its ruling, and can the landlord use this amount for their personal benefit, and also who has to pay zakat on this amount?
Okay, thank you so much. Very important question about the advance payment. This is actually the security deposit, as you mentioned, and the security deposit is considered as qars, as loan to the landlord, and landlord has to refund it. And you know that this is the refundable amount. If the tenant pays the rent on time, so this is the refundable amount, and it is the classification of the loan that it is refundable. That is why, according to Sharia, this is loan given by the lessee to the landlord. So, according to Sharia, this is loan, and when this is loan, so loan amount can be used by the landlord because he is actually the borrower. So, in this case, the tenant is the lender and landlord is the borrower, and borrower can use this amount in his personal need or personal requirements, but he has to pay back when the contract terminates, or if the tenant does not pay rent on time, so it can be set off. So it is allowed for the landlord to use it because this is the loan.
Okay.
This is not amanat and this is not rahan, and this is not amanat because this is given in the form of cash, and when cash is paid in the banking account, so this is converted into loan. So this is the qars, status is the qars,
Okay.
and the landlord can use. And the very good question about the zakat, since this is in the ownership of the tenant, and not ownership but the receivable, this is the receivable of the tenant. So tenant has to pay zakat on it, and since this is the payable on the landlord, when landlord calculates the zakatable assets, so this would be considered as liability on the landlord. So landlord will not pay zakat, the tenant will pay zakat on it.
And the landlord will minus this amount from his assets while calculating the zakat.
Yes, it would be considered as liability under the zakat calculation, and landlord will deduct from the zakatable assets.
Excellent. So very important point for our viewers, that we need to consider if we are renting in a house or apartment, the advance amount is also our asset, and we need to include that in our zakatable assets. Thank you, Mufti Saab, for the enlightening discussion, and we hope you viewers have found this useful. Kindly share this video and do subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.